I'm showing you something special. This is the bike I'm going to be riding today. And you'll notice there's a little blue car next to the bike. That's our car that we bought here in the States. We're back home in the States for a few weeks, and then we're going back to Switzerland. So everything you're going to be seeing today is the United States in Ohio. This is the folding bike, and this originally belonged to my father-in-law. And I'm going to be riding it here and there in the town, here in Sandusky, Ohio. So I have my helmet. I go nowhere without a helmet. And the story behind that is when I was 15 years old, I had a bike, bad experience, not wearing a helmet, and I ended up in the hospital. I went over the handlebars, hit my head, major concussion. I couldn't remember things. So since then, riding a bike or doing anything, rollerblading, anything in wheels, except for a car or, a vehicle like that, then I wear a helmet, okay? So that's why, always a helmet. All right, we're gonna head down that way. Oh, look at that sky. We might get wet today. But it's good to take chances. Let's go. So here we are, riding down the street. I'm a bit worried about that sky, but I shouldn't really. Because if anything gets wet, or if it starts raining, everything goes in the backpack. All right, let's talk about the bike for a second. It's a folding bike. So in folding bikes, the wheels are smaller, and these are 20-inch wheels. And that means the steering is a little bit squirrely. See? A little bit squirrely. So I have to get used to that. And it's not really a name brand bike. So this bike is probably second or third hand bike. That's okay. It'll get the job done for today, right? I'm not complaining. Slow down. All right. Very good. Now, we're heading west. As you can tell, it's in the evening, and the sun is almost directly in front of us. So we're gonna turn this way here. And as soon as that motorcycle gets past us, we're heading north now. And why are we heading north? Lake Erie. Ohio borders Lake Erie. And this town, Sandusky, Ohio, is right on the lake. So we're going to see a bit of that Great Lake. All fresh water, of course. And that's where we're headed. There's a school at the end of this road. And then we're going to keep heading north. So let's go. So as we are still heading north, we're going to go over some railroad tracks here. I have to mention, this bike has no suspension. When you go over a bump, you feel every millimeter of that bump in your rump, like that, going over the railroad tracks. Wow. And it hurts. Sort of. Not really. But it is bothersome. Oh. Now, to the right and to the left of the street, oh, look at that, a sun rays, is a cemetery. Yeah, and my wife, Mary, has some relatives buried here in that cemetery. Okay, bumps and all, let's keep going. So, we are about, a kilometer away from where we were back there. And as you can see, things have changed a little bit. You see some boats over there. That means we're close to the water. See the boats? Those clouds still are bothering me. Maybe if we do this trip a little bit fast, we can get it all done before it rains. So I'm going to take you to a place, several places actually, along the coastline here in Sandusky. And the first couple are industrial. This is what tourists do not see. There's the birds. We're going to be heading down that sidewalk, but not yet. And I'll take you to that place. Wait a second. So here is where the drone takes off, and it heads over the water, and I send it over to this place we call the coal docks. And this is a man-made pier on the west side of town, and this is where trains bring the coal, and ships dock there, and then the ships are loaded up with the coal, and then they take off. So this is a long dock where trains can just unload their coal, and you can see the sun shining on the water there. The sun is getting ready to set. This is on the west side of town, and we're facing almost directly west here. So this is a beautiful scene. You've seen it many times over the ocean. This is Lake Erie, and this is Sandusky Bay, actually. So now you're going to see the drone turning and flying directly over the coal dock, the pier there. And you're going to see what they're doing. I turn, and then I point the camera down, so you can see the operation. And you'll see trucks, and you'll see the big vehicles, you'll see the piles of coal. I have seen it where there are 20 or 30 piles of coal, much higher than this. So this is kind of a light day. And you see the storage silos, the coal storage silos there, the water, the birds. You see the trucks, and you see the machinery. So let's just enjoy this scene. Also, the drone is going to catch some pictures of the city, the coal docks in the sun. I hope you enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Look at the sun now. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way so you can see me, but it's hot. It's really hot today. Holy smokes. Anyway, I'm going to take you to some other places, so let's go. So we are here. Oops. And the big sport in the summer, of course, here in the United States is baseball. And over here they have some baseball fields that are used almost every evening of the week. Little League. And I'm not going to really get close because I don't want to infringe on the children or the parents' families as they play. That's an invasion of their privacy. But these are the baseball fields. And they have some new construction here. Oops. Whoa. Can't miss this shot, guys. Here's the lake. We're close. This is actually Sandusky Bay. And Sandusky Bay is surrounded by a piece of land. It's like where Cedar Point is, you know what I'm saying. So here we are at the lake, and it's very nice this evening. It's breezy, but it is hot. It is hot, but this breeze kind of eases that heat. And I wanted to get this picture here. Let me take this picture real quick. And over here are some baseball games happening. I'm not going to get close because I don't want to infringe on their privacy, the players, the young players, and their families. So we're going to keep on going, and we're just going to follow the coast here. But isn't that pretty? The sun's out. It turned out to be a pretty good evening. You know, I thought, you know, those clouds over there in the west were going to get us and it's going to rain, but I don't think it's going to rain anymore. Let's keep going. I do have to let you know that there's a lot of fishing that happens around here all seasons, including winter. There's ice fishing. There's all kinds of fishing. So here we have some fishermen. Hello! Fishermen, they're actually in the water. Okay. Whew. All right. Some bumps, man. I'm telling you. This bite, you feel every bump. So this is not what tourists see. This is what the people that live in Sandusky see and use. And it's all along this coast here. Now, we do have quite a few Canada geese here. And as you can tell, look at the sidewalk. Lots of Canada geese. So let's keep going on this sidewalk here. And I'll see you, quarter mile down the road. There is the hidden bike. Hopefully no one will see it. Or Saul may do it. And we're going to head up this hill here. And I'll try to keep you from seeing the sun directly. Turn the camera a little bit this way. And up we go. There's a little path here. I don't know if you see it. Now I have to be careful of my steps because I told you before, Canada geese are all around here. Oh. And there it is. That's what I kind of wanted to show you. I'll take this picture too, but wow, look at the sailboats out on the lake, guys. Isn't that nice? The west, coal docks, you can see them. And there's where Sandusky Bay opens up to the open water. It's like a mouth. Catawba's over there. On that side, I'll tell you about that later. That's Sandusky Bay opening up to Lake Erie, one of the Great Lakes. That's all fresh water. Canada is, I think, about 45 to 50 miles straight across that water. This complex used to be a factory. Now it is apartments, upscale, of course, they're by the water. Yeah, some of these kids are yelling. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. Here's Sandusky, the town. Okay? And let me look back. I think the clouds, those dark clouds are passing us, but to the south. I don't think we're going to get that rain. There's the west there. Okay, let's head on back down to the bike. And I hope, as I'm going down this hill, yeah, I'm going to film it. I hope I don't fall, because that would be embarrassing. Looks like the grass is pretty even here. So I might... Yeah, there it is. We're almost at the bottom. No, whoa, watch it. Okay, I think I made it. With my 61-year-old legs doing their best. When you get old, man, I'm telling you, it's for the birds. Okay, here's my bike. Let's jump on it and head to another location close to the water. I wanted to show you this sign because this is the story of this building here. Remember I showed you that factory that was converted into apartments? Oh, here's the story. I'm going to take a picture of this. Hello, sir. I'm going to take a picture of this so you can read it, okay? All right. It used to be a paper company. Can you believe it? All right, let's keep on going. So we're here in Sandusky. This is downtown. Oh, wait a minute. They're setting up for Iron Man. Look at this. Wow. Iron Man. You know, that's an incredible competition. And for this little town, Sandusky, to host the event, one of their events on the tour, is amazing. Okay, so what are we doing? I can't believe it, Iron Man. It's amazing. It should be Iron People, right? Okay, let's keep going. And we're gonna get a really good view of these sailboats. You know, sailing, there's something special about sailing. When you're out on the boat in the water, I'm not a sailor, but I have been on sailboats before. And there's something really special about how quiet it is. How quiet it is out on that water. No engine. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay, look at the sun. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to get this picture here. You can see over here, the coal docks. We were there. Let's take this picture real quick. All right. This picture? Sun on the side, yeah. Look at all the sailboats, guys. All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. And there we are, the sailboats. Sun on the water. Look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? This is all fresh water, not salt water. Part of the Great Lakes. Let me zoom out so you can see the dock. And this is the reason Sandusky is here, because of the water. I have been here. Here again are those apartment buildings from that paper company, Hind and Dausch. Hind and Dausch. In German to be Hind and Dausch. Hind und Dausch. I love the flags. Look at that. Amazing. I have been here in the winter. One really cold winter, where the weather, the cold air was coming down from Canada, and all of this was ice, all the way across to that piece of land over there. All of it was ice, and then the ice would crack and break, and it'd be really loud, like a gunshot or something. And then you'd see how thick the ice was, and there'd be, you know, sheets of ice that were, you know, almost a meter thick. Some, in some points, quite even more than a meter. And I do have a friend who has driven from Ohio to Canada on the ice in the winter. I don't think we can do that anymore. The winters aren't that bad. They're pretty bad, but not that bad. But it does freeze. Okay, and here's Sandusky looking back. Boy, that's pretty. I'm going to get that picture too. Okay, let me get this with the flags. There we go. Okay, let's keep riding around. In just about a minute or so, let me turn this way because I don't want the sun in your eyes. I'm going to get my drone out and I'll fly it over the water a little bit and get some shots for you. And I'll do, voiceover. But I just want to thank you for staying with me this far in this video. I do want to show you that land over there. That is called Cedar Point, and that's a peninsula, and it's only maybe a mile or 3/4 of a mile wide. Very narrow piece of land that juts out into the lake, and that's the other border for Sandusky Bay. So there's Catawba and that land over there, and then there's that peninsula there, and in the middle is where we can go out to the open water. Okay, so let me get my drone out and I'll fly over the water for you a little bit here. Oh, what is Cedar Point? Cedar Point is an amazement park. It's really a roller coaster park, and they have super fast roller coasters, and they have super fast rides that twist and turn, go up and down so fast. I absolutely love it. I'm going to zoom in real fast. Look at those rides over there. They go up, they're so high. Well, I think the highest ride is 400 feet, maybe higher, but they're very, very high, and they come down fast. Of course they do. Okay, let's get that drone up. So we just took a flight and over close to Cedar Point, and then we're back, and I just wanted to show you the city. We're going to go to another location not too far from here, but I also want to show you this sunset here, guys. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Gotta take that. I'm gonna take that picture, okay? Alright, let's zoom back out. Whew, I hate zooming. Alright, let's keep going. So, the sun is behind us. We're riding down a wonderful sidewalk with a great lake next to us on the coast here in this little town of Sandusky, Ohio. And it's cooled down. It's not so hot as it was. We've been out, oh, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. So it's cooled down. There's the lake. So that's a restaurant, and they're playing music, and they have that coastal theme. I guess they're trying to be Caribbean. This is very far from the Caribbean. Here's a playground with the lake behind it. And we're heading to only one more spot where we'll stop And then I have a little surprise for you near the end. So this is a park. I think it's called Shoreline Park here in Sandusky. And you know, this is a mini peninsula that goes out into the lake a little bit. We're not going to go to the end. Oh, we might. We just might. But we're actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go across this bridge here. And there's a lady walking across, so it's pretty narrow. Let's stop here for a second and take a look at where we are. This is the east part of the city. And what we can still see is coal docks over there. Over there. That's where we were at the beginning. There's a fountain. Let's go across that bridge, okay? Up on the wood. One hand steering. One hand steering. And I could go across this other bridge, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go over here to this place over here. I think there's some Canada geese over here, so I can't go all the way to the end. They're feeding or something. You know what? Maybe I'm going to turn around. Let's turn around. And I'm going to go across. Oh, watch that. It's a big poop from the Canada geese. I'm going to go across this bridge, and we'll get a really good view of that peninsula people call Cedar Point. All right. And year after year, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people come to visit Cedar Point. You can just leave, and up I go. All right. And now we're going this way along the sidewalk. Excuse me. Don't want to get in your way. Sunset over there. Lots of boats here, sailboats and of course motorboats. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but I do want to show you Cedar Point. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Cedar Point. I'm going to zoom in once, twice. And there's sailboats right in front of it. You see? So it really is quite beautiful here. The moon is up there in the sky. Do you see the moon? Let me take that picture. Now I'm going to look back to the sunset, take that picture. Well, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, for the surprise, I'm going to ride my bike through town, this old town of Sandusky, and you'll see what it looks like. It's not a big town, maybe 25,000, maybe less. In the summer it swells to like 80 or 90,000 because of tourism on the lake here. But let's go through the town. So, we're going back west a little bit here. As you can tell, the sun is just up ahead and behind these buildings, but I would like to show you the town of Sandusky. I started teaching here music. Wait a minute, here comes a loud car. Okay, people like to blare their music. It's free country. Here's the other side of that restaurant. So, I'm connected because my wife is from this town, and I started teaching here. My first teaching job, almost 35 years ago, was in this town, and I taught music at the high school here. So this is kind of connected to this town. And we're gonna head down, oops, red light, but I'm riding a bike. Sorry, sir. Ma'am, I mean. And we're going to head down to the center of the town, which is just up here, and head down the main road, which is called Columbus Avenue. Hope none of these cars pulls out. That'd be a dead duck. Okay. Another car passing. I think I'm going to be okay with these cars here. I think. There's the sun again. I'm going to stop here because I don't know which way this truck is going to turn. Alright, we're going to pass behind this truck. And this is Columbus Avenue. Daly's Pub. Here's the State Theater. Lots of towns in the Midwest have theaters. This used to be one of the main sources of entertainment. Before televisions and things like that, people would go to the theater. And so many places had an old style movie theater or production stage where they could do musicals. So we're riding up Columbus. This is the main road that cuts the city in half. Okay, come on out. I can hold it. I can hold it. Alright, thank you. That was nice. She pulled way out. Alright. I was coming up a hill there. Now, I do want to go. Let me go up this brim here. Oh. Feeling it every bump. You can hear the bumps too. And down there you'll see a bunch of churches. Here. The building to the left there used to be Adams Junior High School. I think it's an arts school, Center for the Arts now. There. And there's that stone, that white stone that's so prevalent on the old buildings here in town. This is the library, Sandusky Library. Wow, is that an old building, right? Look at that. The library. And we're just looking around as we come down here through town. Churches on this corner. Some people call this church corner. There are 3 big churches, 3 different denominations. Red roof here. Now it's called the Lost Sailor Inn. That's ironic to me. Lost Sailor. And churches where people go to get found. And here's a Lutheran church, and there's, well, I'm not really sure. I'm not going to say. Oh, it's Anya. Evangelical Lutheran. How you doing, sir? And there's Saints Peter and Paul. Yeah. So 3 big churches. 1 is converted to an inn. Now, this school here, it's not a school anymore. I don't even know what it's used for. This used to be Jackson Junior High. It used to be the high school, actually. Sandusky High School before that. And you can still see the sign, Jackson Junior High. And this is where I taught also during those first few years of my career. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here, everyone. And I want to thank you for sticking with me during this long video. And I hope you're having a great summer here in 2024. And I'm going to be heading home. I'm getting a little bit tired. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, loud noises, or the like button. But more importantly, please comment. Always comment. That tells me if I'm doing something wrong or right. Maybe you can even give me suggestions. I'll try to put some videos up to the right there of past videos. I shot one last year over here, Sandusky, and I want to connect some videos to this one. All right, bye-bye everyone.